In Australia, men just don't approach you. You're not just safe. You're super mega giga safe. You're good. So I'm waiting for my Slavic man in Australia now. Preferably with Australian passport.
They say men have disappeared. They say no one approaches them anymore. But did men really vanish, or were they pushed away? Today, you're going to see why more and more women are ending up alone. Not because they lack beauty, but because of excess ego, hostility, and bad choices.
My mom used to say a lot, "You're unapproachable, Maggie," which I didn't think was true. Women approach me all the time. I get asked to take pictures, I'm complimented, babies smile at me, old people wave at me. Fuck, nature likes me. I'm not approachable by men. Thank fuck. I have a resting bitch face, but it's not as bad as it is when I put one on. I put one on when I'm alone in public. Do not come over to me. Don't ask me any questions. Don't think you are okay to approach me. Are you going to? But I'll tell you the wrong thing on purpose. Don't come over to me. If a girl and her boyfriend approach me and she comes over and she's like, "Hey, can you tell me where blah, 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 blah?" Yes, of course, I will help you. If a man comes over to me, unless that man is like super old and genuinely confused, or it's a child, if you ask me where the closest Dunkin' is, I will send you on a goose chase. I love lying. I do. Go ask another man. Don't come over to me. Go ask somebody that works here. I don't care. Don't approach me in public. Your kind is not welcome here. Anyways, I love you. Bye.
This is living proof that many men no longer approach because they've learned to respect open contempt. She doesn't just reject approaches. She celebrates humiliating men who try. Then the same group later says, men have disappeared. They didn't disappear. They simply learn not to insist where they're treated like a threat or trash. That is an empowerment. It's normalized social hostility.
I am part of the not getting approached club. Like, I could be the president. I could be the president. When I tell you, I can count on my hands the amount of people who have approached me or have voiced that they thought I was attractive. And when I do get approached, it's always older people or people I do not find remotely attractive, whether it be physically or just the way that they act. Like, it's like, why is everybody that I do not find attractive at all the ones to approach me? Like, why is it never my type? And I remember one time, y'all, this guy who actually had a crush on me back in school, but I didn't know, and I would tell him, like, only older guys or people I find that aren't cute, like, come up to me. And he's like, maybe you just attract ugly guys. And I was like, I laughed it off, but I'm like, oh my God, what if that's true? Like, what the heck? Whole time he had a crush on me, because what were you saying about yourself? But it's like, y'all, and I know it's God's protection, and I know he's just like, wait for the right person, because I'm somebody who is going to be dating for intentionally dating to get married. I'm not dating just to date and just like do like whatever. Like, bro, I'm not wasting my time. Please don't waste my time. So I get it, but it's just like, dang. And then it makes you like really mess with your mental, because then you're like, dang, am I ugly? Like, was T like with a freak? But then it's like, no, I'm not. Never gave. So it's like, dang. And y'all, I don't be looking like this. Like, when I go out, I actually put in some effort. So like, sign me up for president, because I could do it. I'm qualified.
She complains that she's not approached by men her type. Yet at the same time, she shows extremely high aesthetic and social standards, dismissing most men as unworthy of her interest. This reveals a classic contradiction. She wants validation and selective choice at the same time. The problem isn't just God protecting her, it's also her constant judgmental attitude, which drives away exactly the kind of men she claims to want. Dating is a two-way street. Those who overselect also end up being selected, and often excluded.
How is it that I look like this today, yet no man wants me to be his girlfriend?
Is this a serious question? Because women just went from saying they rather pick a bear over a man. So why the hell would men approach you? Or even look in your direction? But not only that, so many women have taught men over the years that all men are predatorial, so the good men of the world gave up. And it's so funny, because women will constantly say that men don't listen, but now that men are listening, y'all are wondering where the good guys are at, why they don't approach you anymore, and why men are just simply not interested. And why the hell would they be interested? They don't know if they're going to be the next subject of all men are trash content on social media. They don't know if they're going to be accused of doing something they didn't do. They don't know if they're going to be used for dates. They don't know if they're going to be manipulated and then called a narcissist. And in this particular video, she's also asking why didn't they approach her because she looks the way that she looks. But the bottom line is most women are basic. There's nothing special to them. We all look the freaking same. So yeah, you actually have to come with more than just your looks. You actually need a personality nowadays too. Okay, bye.
Here's the rawest and most realistic take on the situation. Years of hostile rhetoric against men have created an environment where the risk of approaching is higher than the reward. Many good men have simply stepped back. She also hits a key point. Beauty has become common, and without personality, femininity, warmth, and values, there's no real reason to invest. Today, looks alone no longer sustain interest.
Stop stressing yourself over not being approached. I'm speaking to myself with this one as well. I'm speaking to myself with really all of the videos that I post. But for reference, I am 5'10" on like a regular day with like shoes on and everything. I'm 5'9.5" without shoes, but I'm 5'10". I am dark skinned. So I am a dark skinned, tall, black, pretty woman. On a day where I'm wearing heels, I am a 6 foot tall, dark skinned, pretty black woman. Today was one of those days. And this guy, he was super attractive, really pretty little eyes, dark complexion like mine, really well built and like muscular. He looked at me, I looked at him, we made eye contact. He's walking the opposite way, so we're going like this. We literally turn and make eye contact again. I keep walking. I turn, he turns. That happens about 5 more times. Does he approach me? No. I'm gonna take that as he was just admiring. Obviously, he found me attractive because he kept looking at me, but he was just admiring from a distance, and that's okay. But it just made me, like, I guess, realize that sometimes men look at you just to be like, oh, wow, she's beautiful, but they're not going to, like, approach you. They're not trying to get into a relationship with you or whatever. Or they can tell that, like, oh, she looks like a high-end woman, looks like a high-value woman, whatever, or a vibe you give off of, and they're like, I don't think I can handle that. I don't feel like I could, you know, maybe they're looking for something short term and you give off, you know, she looks like she wants something long term, something serious, and I'm not. That's not what I'm trying to do. But don't beat yourself up if you don't get approached often, because it's like that man has seen you. He has seen you. He's seen you. So if he's not approaching you, that's not on you. That's not on that. Yeah. So just keep it pushing and just keep on being beautiful. Period.
She tries to turn not being approached into a sign of high value, when in reality, it may simply signal emotional unavailability or a strong social barrier. Men don't avoid women because they're too perfect. They back off when they sense low openness, fear public rejection, or notice distant behavior. The idea that he admired from afar protects the ego more than it reflects reality. Attraction without accessibility rarely turns into connection.
So I just had a thought. I'm somebody who doesn't get approached in public by men, right? And for the longest time, I wondered, why is that? But it just dawns on me. It's because I'm perfect. Oh, I'm too perfect. Like, just gorgeous and beautiful and all those good things. What do you even say to somebody like me when you see me in public? Somebody so ethereal and otherworldly. Men probably see me in public and think their schizophrenia is acting up. They're hallucinating. And before you comment and say anything like, no, it's because you're so big and tall and you don't have any fucking hair and you're kind of masculine looking. Don't. I'm not hearing any of that. I'm dead set on being fucking perfect and unapproachable and unattainable. That's all it is, for real.
Here we see self-delusion at its peak, turning rejection into proof of superiority. Instead of asking, what can I improve? She declares herself perfect and unattainable. That kind of posture doesn't protect, it isolates. Healthy men don't approach women who put themselves on a pedestal because they know there's no partnership there, only ego.
We need to talk about the number one thing that I hear from women, and it almost comes up in every consultation that I have. Why don't men approach me? Followed by, I've been told that I'm intimidating or that men are intimidated by me. I'm going to tell you something that might surprise you. In most cases, that is not what is going on. Here is what actually is happening. Men today are navigating in a totally different dating world. They're trying to be respectful. They don't want to come off as creepy. They don't want to interrupt you. They don't know if you're single or taken. They're terrified that they might end up as content, like here on TikTok. So what do? They usually hang back. And here's the other piece that women don't realize. Men need very clear, obvious signals that she's giving to him in order to have him approach. Not one signal, not two signals, 7 signals. Because neutral reads as a no. Polite reads as a no. Just a quick glance or a quick smile, that just one time still reads as a no. Women will be like, well, I looked at him or I smiled at him, but still at one time, he's not registering it. And online, I give the same advice. Women get online and they just sit and wait. So many women are like, well, I'm not going to say something first. I'm not going to be the person that's going to start the conversation. Even though they've matched, women still sit back and wait for him to make the first move. He still doesn't know whether or not she's open to having a conversation. Nudging and giving signals does not mean that you're chasing him. You're just literally letting him know it's safe, it's okay. And here's the part that always lands. Being approachable doesn't mean that you are dimming your strength. It means letting someone see the parts of you that are open. So men aren't approaching you because you're too intimidating. They're not approaching you because they don't know, they don't have the clearance to approach you. Anyway, I will stop there. If you want me to do another video talking about the signals that you can send to men so they know it's clear to approach, I can make a video about that. Just let me know down below. You know how much I appreciate you. I'll see you again soon. Bye.
She's right when she says men need very clear signals, but she softens female responsibility too much. The issue isn't just lack of clarity, it's closed-off behavior, defensive posture, and in many cases, pride in appearing unapproachable. Being strong doesn't mean being hostile. Being independent doesn't mean being cold. When a woman completely shuts down, a prudent man simply respects that boundary and doesn't move forward.